Reverend Dr. Ken Gordon, spiritual leader for Centers for Spiritual Living. Moving into the month of February on our 2017 themes. It's really going to be a wonderful month this month. Starting off the month, February 5th, we have Dr. Chris Michaels from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and his topic is "To be human is to embody a paradox." The paradox that we're talking about here is to be human and both divine at the same time, because that's what we are, is we're spirit. But sometimes it's a real challenge, or at least I find it to be a challenge, to live in a world of effect all around me and still maintain my own spirituality and not have it affect my humanity. You know, my teacher, Dr. Tom Costa, once taught us that if you want to do a spiritual practice, what you do is you go into the bank and you check out the longest line and you stand in line there. This is the way that we can practice and do our spiritual practice in life itself to help blend together that thing that we look at as a paradox. It gives us the opportunity to actually be consciously aware of what's happening in our lives and how we move through our life. And we do it by setting up certain ways that we can until it becomes our natural way of being, so that we don't get upset in the line, so that we don't get upset in traffic, so we don't get upset when we read the news. Instead, what we do is we go to that higher point and that higher place to be able to realize that it's okay to be both divine and human at the same time. As a matter of fact, that's the joy and the beauty of life, to be a human being and to practice divinity. That's where we are in the evolution of life. That's where we are in the evolution of our consciousness. And what we choose to do is to utilize it and use it so that we can be the best humans possible. In the way that it works, Dr. Holmes says that in that inner sanctuary of our own nature, hidden perhaps from objective gaze, nestles the seed and the perfection. He also writes in the thing called You, but the mind is filled with the accumulated doubts of the ages, as though a vast abyss of doubt, fear, and uncertainty were standing between you and your desires. Emerson observed, "There's a crack in everything God has made. Perhaps it's through that crack where God enters. Perhaps our open wounds are an open invitation to healing." The gift of all life is to be human. The gift of all life is to be able to enjoy all this beautiful, wonderful effect that we call the world. When we maintain and keep our eye on the beauty that life is, life returns to us that beauty and we see it better. Thank you for listening, and thank you for the work that you do in the world. Please know that you are loved and that you are honored.